Ciao ragazzi, and welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name's Justin Sofro, and with me today is Julian, as usual.
How's
How
it
you
going,
doing,
guys?
sir?
Good. How are you,
All
Justin?
right. Doing well. I just wanted to say, before we do anything, if you guys could go ahead and like the video, subscribe. I'll forget about it because, as we all know, I'm pretty long-winded, and I'll get sidetracked very easily. Also, want to talk about our sponsor today. It is Rock Hard. That's natural male enhancement. Basically, they will help you penetrate even against Chiellini's defense. So Rock Hard, natural male enhancement. Check that out. Anyway, but if anybody actually wants a Blue Chew or anybody that wants to sponsor us, hit the DMs. Anyway, just thought I would start today. Basically, we'll talk a little bit about the news that we have. The biggest, or I don't know if I say biggest, but the main news that dropped this morning, or I guess depending where you are, afternoon, whatever.
Yeah.
It's always hard for me. I go by my own time zone. But is the news about possibly, I think it was a Man United. What was the actual source? Do you remember? It was like
Manchester
it was something.
Evening News. So
That's what it
MEN
was.
News. Yeah.
Yeah, MEN News basically saying that potentially there could be a swap deal going on for Adrian Rabiot and Donny van der Beek. Donny van der Beek was the name that came up, I think, a few weeks ago is when he popped up for the first time as a potential target, and then nothing came from it for a long time. And then we have this popping up again. Julian, what are your thoughts on that potential swap deal? I guess I should go ahead and preface this with the statement that I guess Fabrizio Romano came out and said that at the moment, there's nothing like solid to this, or what do you say? There's
no concrete talks now because Parafici has gone to Tottenham, and that was one of his main targets.
Yeah, so, which is at this moment, and at this moment though, like that could change any second.
Yeah,
like
sure.
like I want to say they even said that about like Locatelli for the longest time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So not that we're definitely going. But anyway, let me know what are your thoughts when it comes to Donny van der Beek?
Okay, so the player himself, I think he's a very good player in my opinion. The way he's an advanced midfielder. So he's already an upgrade on Ramsey and McKennie. He's a busy player. He likes to go all around, and he can he can press well. He can get on 1-2s. He likes to build up play. He can come back and help. He's got the stamina. And if it wasn't for Rabiot, if it wasn't a swap for Rabiot, I'd be all about this. But unfortunately, it is what it is with our situation.
It's funny when you think about it. Like a year ago, I've been like, yeah, hell yeah, do 100%. It. Like, or maybe not a year ago. Okay, maybe like 3/4 through the 2019-2020 season. I'd be like, hell yes, do it. I mean, heck, even at the end, he had that. I can't remember what it was. The one play that always sticks out. You're better with telling me the exact game when it happened. Where he basically drove it the entire length of the field by himself. And scored that. A deep. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Every time I watched him play against Juventus or even Italy, like for Holland, he scored against Italy. In the Champions League, he scored against us. Like he's got goals in his game, which is very good for a midfielder as well. So I would like him personally. However, for a swap deal, I don't want that at all because I think Rabiot, we need an engine midfielder as well, like Rabiot.
Yeah. I think the one thing when I hear this, and I don't know who's putting this. We know who's putting the report out, but who's actually floating this rumor? Who's trying to get started? Because a lot of the situation we've heard of Carabini and Arriva Bene, their goal is to just basically go for selling players and buying players if they're going to buy anybody. Which it's not like they're going to buy a lot, but selling players, whatever it is, that they don't want to do swap deals. Everything that I've heard was no swap deals. Which. I mean, there are a lot of options where a swap deal would work out great. We look at, I'll talk about it later. But when it comes to the situation, I don't know, especially with Rabiot, with the way he's kind of shown out to be he's been a solid midfielder for Juventus. So, compared to, not that he has a lot of competition right now.
He sticks out against a bunch of thumps on a log.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at this point, no, I wouldn't want to give up Rabiot. But if I would add Van de Beek if it was an option, like you said, a loan option, without the obligation.
Yeah, without the obligation, we got to see how he works first because that obligation would kill us if it didn't work out.
Yeah, then we've been there a lot often lately. But anyway, just go over a little bit of the stats when it comes, or trying to pull up the stats that we have for Van de Beek. He is what kind of a midfielder is he? Is he more of an attacking midfielder?
He could probably play anywhere in the midfield. However, he's more successful as an advanced midfielder, a box-to-box kind of guy. And like I said, he can score the occasional goal, which was what you need. So
there you go.
So yeah. Oh, here are the stats right here. Yeah.
I was trying to hit through the.
Yeah. So his market value is 30 million, right? So if we go on transfer market, what's Rabiot's? Right. Let's check that out for a sec.
Yeah, if you don't mind pulling that up while you're doing that, I'll. Unless you have something you want to add right now.
No, I'll find Rabiot's market value.
The main thing that sticks out to me that makes me even like the player, like entertaining the idea of bringing the player to Juventus, is he's 24 years old, still young, and then also, like you said, basically the one thing that sticks out to me, mainly because the last 2.5 years, well, except for until Chiesa got here, it's that hustle, that whatever, the running up and down, running back and forth. That's one of the reasons I remember when McKinney was kind of sold to Juventus, or when they were talking about him, they just talked about him being a bulldog out there, just running back and forth, just pestering everybody, collecting balls, whatever it is. And that's what I want to see, because our midfield, for the most part, a year or so before, was just, they just stood around kind of waiting for something to come to them when your goal is to bring the action to. It didn't make any sense. I don't know what their plan was, or what even.
We had a very stagnant midfield a couple years ago. It hasn't changed much right now, but I think Allegri coming back, and if we get a couple of players, then it'll morph into what we need.
Yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Did you have the stats on what was the transfer market value?
It would be a straight swap because he's worth 30 million as well, apparently. Rabiot.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So both were the same amount. Yeah, I still, like I said, I wouldn't swap it. Just would.
No.
And I don't know. And at the time, I mean, there's also there's not a lot to go on this. It's the latest news that's coming up. The only thing I can think of is, okay, so supposedly, I saw there was a tweet or somebody, I can't remember the exact, was it Nicolo Shira maybe said that earlier today. They mentioned something about to the lines of Allegri actually wants Locatelli, but he also wants maybe it was like a regista to go with him or something like that.
So a regista is what Locatelli is. So he's the guy who collects the ball. But
for some reason he said another one with him.
He said another one.
It was why I didn't understand. That's what. Or maybe I read the tweet wrong, but I read it saying that with him. That's sorry, I misspoke when I said that. But I'm pretty sure they said another one with him, which I know, because everything I've heard has been one midfielder. Yeah. And that's, I mean, I know I'm repeating myself, but that's everything I've heard. And that's why I've been kind of dismissive. If you look at the transfer meter, anytime there was, actually trying to think, any talks like Pjanic or anything like that, I've been pretty dismissive of if we're there, it means we failed on Locatelli is the situation that I'm looking at.
I saw Toliso's name again, and it was if we don't get Locatelli. But we're getting forget it, we're getting Locatelli. Let's cut that.
It's gonna get done. It's just at this point, just give me the damn news. Or not give not give me the news. You can't make up something that doesn't happen yet. But just get it done already. I don't understand how it's been this long, and I understand they're being a pain in the ass. But at the same time, what does it take? I don't know, this Mercato, and let me know in the chat if you feel the same way. It's been kind of wearing on me. Because the same day I'm just talking. It's just even last year we had some random new stuff would pop up. Yeah. Something at least a little bit intriguing, exciting, whatever it is. Yeah. And this ain't it.
No, this is Van de Beek might be coming. That's good news. Then swap with Rabiot. That's not good news. You know what I mean? It's
exactly.
Okay, I'll kind of take that player, but not for what they're asking. So
have a step forward, 2 steps back, or something like that. Let's see. What's up, guys? How y'all doing in the chat? We got the fix is always in. We got Savi. We got MC85. Homa Juve. What's up, man? Clement. How you doing, man? And so just want to say hi to everybody that's checking us out. We appreciate the support. Appreciate you checking out the channel. If y'all have any thoughts or want to let us know, just drop it down in the chat and we'll get to it here in a little bit. I think we're going to try to work through a little bit of the news and then we'll jump into the chat again. Yeah. But just wanted to recognize the people that are here today. So I appreciate it. Hey, what's up, K-Wold? All right. Do you have anything else that you really have when it comes to Van de Beek, the situation? We like the player.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like, it's a shame almost like we're not on different sides of this when it comes to it, because I would be happy to argue about it. Oh, by the way, talk about different sides and things. Did USA beat Canada yesterday?
They did. Yeah. They
okay. Did. This is me being an ugly American because I don't pay attention to our national team. I pay attention to Italy's national team, but not our own. Was that the Gold Cup or was that something?
Yeah, it's the Gold Cup. So it's the equivalent of the Euro Cup and the Copa America, but for just the North American countries. So USA brought their MLS team.
Right.
You guys still beat us 1-0. But I'll say, hey, we don't have Alphonso Davies or David, I don't think. Jonathan David. Our two big stars are missing too.
That makes sense.
So we'll let you have this one.
Yeah, I mean,
and we both progress out of the group, so we're good.
Exactly. It's fine. I thought I'd bring that. Also, wanted to bring up, just while I'm here, we're talking about some things. Space Jam 2, haven't seen it, heard it's not good, and it's really not surprising when it's LeBron that's heading it. That's all I wanted to say. All right, let's move. Let's move back into Juventus talk. Okay, what's up? Okay, remember this is Giuliano, right? That's how you say it correctly. What's up, Jeremy? Appreciate everybody. Oh, and then, okay, actually, before we move on to fully the next topic, the one that K-Wall brought it up. Elias Solberg is the Juventus.
Someone brought it up?
Yeah, somebody brought it up. I appreciate K-Wall. I'm glad you brought this up because before we started this live, or before, earlier today when we were talking about what are we even going to talk about today, Julian brought it up and asked me if I want to go 30 minutes on him. And I don't want to spend 2 seconds talking about Elias Solberg. Or Elias Solberg. He said he's or they said that it's a Norwegian talent. Let me know if there's something serious about him that's interesting. Let me know. The reason is he's a 17-year-old, and I don't see him making an impact, at least with the first team right now. And that's the reason I don't. There's some of you that can go and dive into the Primavera, the whatever it is, and all that forever. That's just not me right now. I look at it like once a guy's been there for a bit, but just purchases. I don't know. It's he's not gonna be doing anything for Juventus right now.
All he is, basic overview, is he's a clever guy with the ball at his feet, and he's young, like you said. But I saw an outrageous comment saying that the board was apparently this close to signing Haaland at 17 years old, and they don't want to make the same mistake again. So what's going on here? He's not Haaland. He's not going to be that good. He's just an attacking player. He's clever with the ball, and we'll see what he goes on from here.
If he is, we're going to have sounding like jackass. Just dismiss him and be like, no, we're good.
If he scores a goal for Juventus at any point in his career, like the first team, I will buy his jersey.
Yeah.
How's that?
Oh yeah.
Save this internet.
I still will. Exactly. It's one of those two. Yeah. Now that's on here, people don't want. I just vetoed. I don't know why. I don't know if you ever saw Viva La Bam. No. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, you're way too young. Dang it. Okay, well, there was a guy named Don Vito, and he literally would just go, blah, 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 like, and he just gets stuck, like tongue twisted.
Yeah.
This is an old fat guy. Anyway, I just did that. You don't know the reference, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I couldn't get my point out. There's gonna be a point where something like that happens, and the problem is like I am more than happy to be completely wrong, especially when it's popular for you.
No, for sure.
So, that's fine. I guess unless you've got something you really are hankered to talk about, do you want to move on to the yes, Don Vito Corleone? Yes, that's a good movie as well. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. Do you want to move on to the Ronaldo situation with Icardi? I think Alejandro's already got us set up to talk about it anyway before I even was prepared. The latest news when it comes to that appears to be, the latest is in, this has been the same news for however long, but it's been more concrete, is that basically that, should Ronaldo go to PSG, Icardi is pushing to go to Juventus. Yeah. So they want to have some kind of deal there, whether it be a swap. But also, the latest bit was basically saying that Icardi was willing to take a pay cut to come to Juventus.
Yeah.
Which,
That's nice of him.
I don't know how to say, I don't know how much he's taking a pay cut.
Yeah.
But, that's a positive, especially when you look at so many, players that we had that were just pouring money into that aren't willing to, cut or anything like that, or don't want to leave or whatever you have. again, when it comes to the situation, I don't know. I've come around. Okay, I'll say this. I've definitely come around on Icardi, mainly because like we were talking about, we were talking about this. I was talking to myself in a camera for one of the shows we've done, and it's basically been. I looked at it and I was like, wait a second. I've been so anti Icardi for so long that literally I start looking into our striker options.
Yeah.
And you've got like Caio Jorge, who is right now seems to be. Well, actually, tell me this. Do you know, is the signing of Giroud, does that play into any of?
No, I think he's going to Milan. I think
you still think he's going to Milan regardless? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Is like if he was going to go to Milan. So since that name's basically off the table, and that's if you watch our transfer meter, you should still watch it if you haven't seen it yet. But if you watch it, our number 2 highest likely player to join is Caio Jorge, which is just depressing. Just like I said, the entire time I'm making this, I'm like, I apologize, guys. I'm so sorry. It's Locatelli, and then we pray after that.
We see
yeah. So anyway, that's the way I've kind of looked at it when it came to the situation where it's just so many players have just kind of either fallen off or there's really not a lot of option. Okay. He did just sign. Okay. Homo Juve is saying he just signed for Milan. See, that's how up to date I stay on Caio Jorge for the most part.
I don't think you got a here we go yet from Fabrizio, but like it's pretty much done.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, I guess we can finally move on from that one. Maybe I don't have to bring that up again. But yeah, I guess with the options that we really have out there, I don't know. We have Icardi, and then we have
Gabriel Jesus.
Gabriel, well, that's a name that came up, but I think from what Alejandro was saying, I think somebody mentioned that, and I think from what I'm not going to put it on Alejandro. I'm going to put it on somebody who was saying that basically, if you want, I'll give you his address and everything too, so you can go on. Basically say that for the most part, the sources were less reliable when it came to Gabriel Jesus, players like that. So and then we also had on the transfer meter, this is all for me, was the Moise Kean thing.
Yeah.
It seems we were also talking about that. He's lighting up, like, I guess, PSG stuff on social media. I guess he's liking or whatever. I don't like to get too much into or read too much into that stuff. But for the most part, it seems like he's trying to do whatever he can to go back there because he had a good season with them.
Yeah, for sure.
But otherwise, Icardi seems to be the option now, which, I guess if you got to settle, you got to. That's not even settling. A few years ago, many Juventus fans would have loved to have Icardi here.
Yeah, I still would.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, if you're in the chat right now, let me know who would be your option of a striker that you like. Just give me somebody, give me a fresh name, give me something, or if you've heard like some kind of rumor, we'll tell you why it's not going to happen. But then just give me that name. Okay,
I'm reasonable too. Don't say Harry Kane. Don't say like Lewandowski.
Right? Yeah. Don't tell. Well, then I know some people have been still on the Haaland train, thinking that he's next year he'll be coming or something like that. You live a way happier existence than I do because I don't see that happening. So, but I guess the situation would be if you were to swap Icardi for Ronaldo, how would that deal work? Would that be because there's not really a lot of like figures that I've seen on the table. Go ahead.
They would probably have to pay a little bit more to get Ronaldo. It would be beneficial for Juventus only in the sense that we get more money out of it. And we get a decent striker in return who knows the league. Like I've said this before. So we lose the 62 million euros in wage for the year, and we get his whatever it is. I think it's it will be like 6 to 8 or something, 6 to 8. And then we get the younger player, but again, he's not replacing Ronaldo. No one can replace Ronaldo, of course. However, it's another player that can score goals.
Yeah. And then to go off of that, and I agree. Sorry, Giuliano brought up Giuliano, I apologize if I said it wrong. He brought up a good point. He said, I like Vlahovic, but you will say that's not going to happen. So, which is true. I am going to say that. But the thing is, I like that line of thinking mainly because maybe it's Juventus's play then not to buy anybody and then just wait till next year and go all in on Vlahovic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I guess the latest that I've heard, or the latest that it seems, is that Vlahovic's plan is go back, work on his game, and then maybe next year will be the time to do it, to make a move, whatever that is. I don't know. I'd be kind of, I don't know. Okay, if you're given the option of wait for Vlahovic 1 year or Icardi now, where do you go?
Oh, I wait for Vlahovic 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
if
Ronaldo's to leave now, we can get Vlahovic now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I guess that's the other thing where I need to think too is, so I'm saying you're swapping for Icardi, but then like how long is Icardi going to be
for another 4-year contract, right?
Yeah. How long is and how long is he going to be, that kind of striker? And then I think the best thing, and I think Rob brought it up down here. Rob, I apologize if I said it wrong. He's saying PSG won't pay $31 million for a year to Ronaldo. Maybe he'll take a pay cut to move there just to get another, the French league under his belt as well. And then also, I mean, I guess if he's just looking for Champions League to win it, I mean, they're putting together a squad.
They got the Goon Squad or the Goon Squad.
Yeah. Is that what it's called now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know the Monsters. I haven't watched it yet. I think I did see like a jersey or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it tonight. I know I'm gonna make my wife watch it with me and just be miserable. And then it's just gonna be me talking smack about LeBron the whole time. But my point was to say that about PSG situation is, I mean, as it stands right now, it doesn't seem like they're really all in on bringing Ronaldo, because I feel like they would have pushed a lot harder way before this if they're serious about it. So, I don't want to be the guy who's hosting or not hosting, but talking on a podcast or whatever this is, live, and just saying, "Oh, okay, sorry, I got a message real quick." Anyway, that was all. Sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, so basically what I was saying is I don't want to be the guy who comes on here and we're talking about, all this stuff just to say it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it doesn't seem likely. Right now, it seems more likely that Ronaldo will stay, and that maybe, they're talking about adding that, extending for a year, which is still, again, is kind of, I mean, the only way it confuses me a little bit. The only thing I could see is if maybe it's guaranteed money, and they want to make sure they have guaranteed money on the thing.
Yeah.
Even though supposedly Ronaldo's willing to take a pay cut.
Yeah,
or not
he
pay cut.
he'll take a pay cut, and then we could maybe sell him next year for a little bit less, because he'll be a little bit older, right? At the end of the day, he's coming. It's going to be too hard to get a transfer sorted in 6 days. Like once he lands in Torino, I guess, it's done. He's staying. I think 100% he's staying. I don't see anything else that's going to happen.
Yeah, no, I do too. I mean, that's the way I've been leaning. He's staying. You look at the players that are going to be outgoing. There's not a lot of them. And honestly, if you're thinking, if you get rid of Ronaldo now, you get rid of the wages order, but then you're losing a really good striker or a really good scorer.
And who are we going to get to replace him?
Yeah. To me, here's the thing is, I agree with a lot of the chat, and there's a lot of people who tune into our channel and comment saying, we need to move on from Ronaldo. I'm not against what you're saying at all. I'm just looking at the here and right now for this upcoming season, which starts in a month, a little over a month or something like that.
But 20 seconds, the first game.
Yeah, so a month and a couple of days.
Yeah.
At this point, unless you have Vlahovic in the back, if you could just have him to purchase right now, I don't think you make a move. I would rather just stick with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
See what happens. I don't know.
I know. I 100% agree with you. It's not at this point. We don't even know who's on the market because we haven't been searching for anything. And if we sell Ronaldo, then it's oops, and we don't get anybody. Imagine that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just honestly this transfer market just has given me acid reflux or something. I don't know what it is. It's just literally every day. It's frustrating. It's I don't know. The way I look at it, one of the reasons that I get kind of frustrated is we just went through, and I don't want to act like last season was the worst season we've ever dealt with, but it wasn't great. It was
the worst season in a decade.
In a decade, yeah, exactly. So I don't also want to sound like super privileged and this is whatever. At the same time, but that we expect more as fans.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Which is fair to say. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing with me. No, I'm just kidding. But my point is, though, is if you're going to did I just derail myself again? I may have. Okay, I got this. If we're gonna go through that season, but then tell me we're gonna sign one guy, Locatelli, who I think Locatelli is good. I think he's very good. Do I think that that's gonna change everything? And then Juventus. I mean, yes, you also signed Allegri back as the as the coach, but at the same time, we're just adding one new guy in, and then everything's supposed to be fine.
Yeah, you're right. There's too many holes. There's too many holes at this point. We like the normal fan understands what's going on and how money works, I guess, or how business works. You got to sell at this point. We're a team that has to sell to sign.
Yeah.
And I don't know how Milan is signing all these players. They've signed like 7 players in the last week.
I thought Milan was supposed to be like in debt.
Yeah.
I thought
they're supposed to be almost worse off than we are.
Yeah.
So I don't get that. So Inter, they're going to start signing players. I think they're about to sign Naita Hernandez from Cagliari, the Uruguayan midfielder. That's a good signing. That's a good signing. And they're supposed to be in debt as well. So we can do something.
Yeah.
Like we're in better shape than those guys financially. So
my question is like, are we like, is it just like the market is what the market is and there's just not a lot to go after that they've really targeted and that they've found? So then they're like, let's just play it easy this market, save some money. And they're just looking, there's some people looking at the bottom line and they're like, we can, no, I don't want to say sacrifice this year, but like get Locatelli done, try to make it where it's not super expensive, whatever have you. And then maybe allocate that toward next season. Or I don't know.
I've seen Declan Rice, who's rated at 100 million pounds. So, and if you're going for a Premier League player, so let's say we go for Jorginho, Chelsea's gonna be like, well, Jorginho's outclassed him at every stage this year. We want a lot of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people are getting outpriced for what we need and what we have.
Yeah, because I remember, and again, the reasons is I'm a shill. But last year I was like, oh, I'd love to have Jorginho. Let's bring him in or whatever. Yeah. And now it's not feasible at all. Like it's not even at all.
On the table. Unless again something we sell 2 players, but who's going to take our 2 players?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Let me address a couple of these real quick, and then we'll switch over to our next topic that we have.
Yeah.
That we had to go on. Let's see. Andrew Finnan and I apologize if I'm saying wrong. It says my right either. So there we go. But he said, "Hello guys, I've been following the zone since the channel dropped. I've been really impressed by you guys' work ethic. Forza Juve and keep grinding." Thank you, Andrew.
Nice.
That was actually there've been I was about to say that was one of the rare nice ones, but I was like, honestly, there's been a lot of nice people who have reached out and complimented us. There's been only a few people that have been difficult to deal with, but I appreciate the kind words, Andrew, and hopefully love you around. One of the things I want to talk about real quick, this is just me plugging a little bit, is that like our goal for the future. So we're just starting these lives. Obviously, they're a little bit. You saw if you were here Friday when we tried to do the live that it was it melted down a little bit. But once we get on track with these, I also need to get a full-on Ethernet cable that'll be good, and that way it won't be choppy as much and all that. But once everything's done, we do want to have like you guys join us for some of these lives to be able to we want to talk about your story, who you are, how you're Juventus fans, especially all these people. Like, let's see, he said, it's Irish last name, I'm mostly Italian. Awesome, man. But I didn't know if he said he was like from Ireland or something. But like all these there's so many people that I've talked to that are all over the world. It's just really cool. People you never would have met with. It's just cool to hear their stories and hear how they got here too.
Yeah.
And then also you can come on and hot take a little bit as long as it stays appropriate.
Yeah.
Well, I can't really say that when I started off the show, but that's what sports radio is, damn it. It's mostly male enhancement, and that's what we talk about. Anyway.
That's awesome.
But yeah, sorry, it looks like there's a bit of I don't want to say it's an argument, but it's been a bit of a debate over, basically the Ronaldo situation. And I agree with all of you is what I'm saying when it comes to Ronaldo. But yeah, he's getting old. He's not the future of the club is the thing. He's the here and now. If he can do something in the next year or two, even if we have to pull it out to 2, but he's not going to be long-term the solution when it comes to Juventus' success.
Yeah, we can all agree and disagree, like whatever. Every option is right regarding him. Like keeping him second best player to kick a ball, still going to score 25, 30 goals a year. sell him. We get money. We open up spaces for younger players. We still probably do well in the league. Like either way, either option is a good option. You don't have to fight over it.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go ahead and let's jump into the next topic that we have, really, and that is the situation with the Gianluca Frabotta. Is that correct? Am I right? And okay, I thought that was. Right. I just want to make sure I didn't jump the shark there or anything like that. But the latest news that we have is being reported basically that he is close to joining Atalanta, and I believe that is with a loan with is it obligation or option to buy?
Obligation.
Obligation. Okay, yeah, it is an obligation, which Juventus moving from loaning with no buy option to now an obligation to buy is a nice step up from last season.
It's progress.
And and there were times, yes, I know that Frabotta played and he had a couple games where he did all right, but he's just not up to par of what we need right now.
No, he's not first team quality. No.
Yeah. And at the same time, but so that's at least some change coming in when it comes to that Atalanta. I know some people would talk about and they would be like, is there a way you could work in Gosens or something like that? But like it's not equivalent at all.
No.
To even try to purchase that.
We'd have to
like right now,
players. We have to throw in like Perrine, Frabotta, and someone else just to match what Gosens is worth. So like,
yeah, and Gosens, at least in that the first game, or was it the first or whatever for Germany, his stock had risen a bit.
Oh, the game against Portugal, and they won.
Yep.
They won Portugal, scored a goal, got an assist or whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh my, the world took notice of Gosens, and they're like, oh yeah, he scores 11 goals a season, and said, yeah, we know what he's about.
Yes, we are aware. Again, but when it comes to overall, just Frabotta moving, I was kind of maybe I'm a little bit surprised by this news just because of all of the little rumors we hear, the latest one I'd heard on him was Allegri wants him to come, and I think I'd already filmed the other transfer meter one, and I think I had said that he's definitely going to be there in the preseason. That's what I'm pretty sure I said. So just put a little asterisk on there in case this does end up going through and being done. But anyway, so that's the situation as it stands. At least one player seems to be on the move. So, we're July 19th, and we might have one player moving.
We are going to do a show later on this week that we're going to have rank our top 5 or top tier 5 players that we need to sell and to wear and to who to actually buy them. So that'll be a good one to tune into.
Yeah, definitely. I was about to talk on that. And I was like, no, wait, I'll save it. Don't want to sink the whole topic right there. Okay. Yes, thank you. To be fair, he is in preseason. So yeah, I guess okay.
I guess that is.
Yeah, I guess I was thinking an actual preseason game being played, But I guess what did they cancel? The one when Milan got canceled?
Yeah, the one against. So it was the 24th, I believe. And what day is it today? 19th.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so it would have been Saturday, I think. Who would have even played that game for us?
Right?
But Jolie would have started with, which is not bad. I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but who's actually playing that game? Frabotta leaving is fine. Pellegrini I think he'll be better than what Frabotta would be. I still think it would be nice to upgrade that position, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. I don't know really. Again, and this isn't great, but what else is there really to say about Frabotta right now in the situation? It's the news covering it. It's good news that we could sell them. Yeah, exactly. Well, the reason I was saying that is I was kind of ready to almost move on to another topic, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
And not to have this is a super long one, but at least there was a couple questions that were kind of good that I brought up that I wanted to kind of go over. First one, and then we'll back up. First one, we'll go. Andrew Finning said, "Would you guys take Pjanic for Ramsey?" No, I know it's not on. No, it's not on, but that would save us a lot of problems. I personally have hated Ramsey in a Juve shirt.
You gotta move on. You gotta move on from Pjanic.
Yeah. That's my main thing, and I understand what you're saying. You're saying just to get rid of Ramsey.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of Ramsey, but I don't want to. I don't see, and I don't know if this would be a masterclass, but somehow it is some sort of a masterclass where they're sending. Somehow we're getting Pjanic and Arthur Melo on our books, with Archer sitting out not playing at all, and then we're gonna have both of them, on the payroll for Juventus a year after we were trying to sell. It's, to me, I just don't think it's worth it, even at the cost of being able to get rid of Ramsey. I don't know. I know that there's been talks of Allegri looking at, even today there was another report of Allegri looking seriously at Pjanic. I'd hope not.
Ramsey is still the better player at this stage. So we're downgrading again. Why? But let's keep it what it is. Move on from Pjanic. Move on from all these players, and let's go get younger blood.
Yeah, I mean, to me at this point, it's just don't worry about that. Find a way to see if you try to push whatever you can at any cost to push Ramsey out the door. Yeah. Whether it be you're not gonna play, son. You're not playing. You're not doing anything for your future and your stock or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do something for yourself, even if you have to take a pay cut. Figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's the way I would sit him down and talk to him. And I understand money's money.
Yeah. The thing is, Allegri's like, we're gonna start McKennie as the attacking midfielder. I'm like, okay, McKennie, Ramsey, what are you doing here still? You're gonna get Ozil really soon. You're gonna get just sent home and said you're not gonna be on the first 23-man squad or whatever. What's the point?
Yeah, I don't understand. Besides just collecting that paycheck. Yeah. If you're an athlete, and I am not a serious athlete. I played American football as a lineman. Was not serious an athlete. But at the same time, you're a competitor for the most part. You're wanting to prove that you're the best or that you can do whatever. At the same time, while you're still young enough, you should do something to better your circumstances. Yeah. You've made decent money. I'd imagine you'll be comfortable wherever. You're not making Ronaldo money, but
he's making $7 million for on this club right now. If you went back to London, one of those Premier League, lower end Premier League clubs, they'll give you $5 million still. Just go.
Del Juve Pietro said he's getting $7.5 million for nothing. That's what he's doing to himself. Yeah, okay, you're right. No, I agree, and I say this as a complete hypocrite. I definitely would go and sit my ass on the bench and never play or do anything to make that kind of money. Yeah. I do it for a 5% of whatever. Yeah, exactly. I would love to be Pinsolio.
Yeah.
That would let's see, if Aaron can be fit, which he can, he could be useful, but again, he won't. Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, he won't. It's we saw the very first time he played under Pirlo. I think he had that assist or whatever it was. Yeah. That whole thing. So people were like, it's a new Ramsey.
Yeah.
And what did he do? Nothing else the rest of the season for the most part.
Yeah.
But yeah, at this point, it's just whatever you got to do. And just clear these players out. I mean, it might take years to do it. And that's a problem for Juve. And then we also had the one conversation, Giuliano brought this up, and if you want to do this, let me know. If I'm okay with doing it right now, if you're good with doing it, it's not that difficult. But he was asking, can you guys give us what you think will be the formation of Juventus next year? And
I can do that.
Okay. And also, who would you like to be part of that formation?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Give me a second. I'm pretty sure we might have the exact same one because I don't know that there's. When I say this, it's because I don't know that there are a lot of options. Wait. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go first, and then let me write mine out.
I'm going to go 4-2-3-1. I'm also going to include Locatelli as one of the starters. So in goal, we got Szczesny, unfortunately. At left back, we got Alexandro. We got Chiellini, and then we got De Ligt. That's who I would like as his partner. And right back, it's still Quadrado, so it's almost exact same back line as years previous. Then the two holding midfielders in the pivot. I'd like to see Locatelli and one of Rabiot or Bentancur, most likely Bentancur because he's right-footed and it gives balance. Whereas Rabiot would have to play, or he's more suitable on his left foot. So out wide on the right, I would start Kulusevski. On the left, I would start Chiesa. Right underneath the striker, it'd be Dybala, and at forward, it would be Ronaldo.
damn it. Okay, I'm literally going through this because like you changed my mind a little bit on some stuff. Okay, so I'm going obviously, and I realized you went, and I'm looking at it differently because I'm looking at it on like the, whenever it's on the sheet. So I had Sandro here when it's really, I had it flipped, whatever, in my mind. Okay, so Tech, Alexandro. Is this okay? I don't want recency bias to play into this at all.
Yeah.
But like, but the thing. Okay, here's the thing. If they're at their peak, I'd want Chiellini, Bonucci together. Yeah. But the problem is Chiellini's not going to stay healthy the whole time. He can play. Chiellini right now is great for a tournament like what we just had, where he was able to stay healthy. You had a short period of time where he was playing at his peak, but then he can go rest. Yeah. And to play for 40 matches, straight is a lot to ask.
Yeah, 100%.
So because of that, I'll go De Ligt, and then I was torn on Bonucci or Chiellini. Can I say Chiellini if he's healthy and then Bonucci if he's not?
Yeah,
like
sure.
Is that
works? Yeah.
That's the way I would go with it, because Chiellini when he's healthy to me is still one of the best defenders I've ever seen, and he's still when he's got it. Okay, and then on that other side I would have. Okay, this is where. So my options are basically what, Danilo, Cuadrado?
At this point, or De Sciglio.
Okay. Well, so my options are Cuadrado or Danilo. Here's the problem. Here's a lot of what I saw, and this is why I'm playing into this. And I apologize if you guys are commenting. I have the comments pulled up right now. If you have the live chat up, you can tell me what they're saying. I feel like, what's weird is I feel like both Cuadrado and Danilo at times played better when they were moved up, like on the wing or like on the midfield.
So when they converted, when they had the ball on the right side,
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to think. That's why it's hard for me to pick between the two. I'm gonna say Cuadrado because I think. Dang it, that's what you said. Yeah, the reason I say Cuadrado is I think even from playing back there, Cuadrado still has definitely the potential to deliver those crosses that he's been doing all year, and he's like. Right now, especially when you haven't had, a good creative midfielder, you need to have him to be able to do that. He's definitely good.
That's what we resorted to, right? So continue.
Yeah. So I think I would. Okay. So I have him there, and then so if we're doing a 4-2-3-1. Okay. Dang, I'm putting way too much thought in. It's not really good. Okay. Who did you have? Repeat that again, just so I can.
I had Locatelli on the left of the pivot, and then I had Bentancur on the right, just because of their, just because Bentancur is right-footed predominantly, and Rabiot's left-footed, so that's why I didn't start Rabiot.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why. I'm not saying Bentancur is so much better, but like, I did it for balance.
I'll pivot then, and I'll say obviously Locatelli, and then I would say Rabiot just because I like what I've seen from Rabiot more recently. Sure. Even off the left foot. And then 3 you got. So with that we'd have let's see. Okay, my options: Chiesa, Dybala. Yeah. Okay, Chiesa, Dybala, and Kulusevski on the right. Yeah. Did you have him with Chiesa and Dybala?
Yeah, I had Chiesa on the left, Dybala down the middle, and Kulusevski on the right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's Kulusevski is one that I'm still trying to figure out how much I buy into him. He had a rough bit of a lot of the season was pretty rough on him, but also there were moments. I mean, you saw with the Swedish team, he played pretty well, right? And then I feel like from what the reports and what people are saying is that they believe, of course, the people always are going to believe that Allegri is going to build something out of him, and then he'll come in and, I think everybody was like Pirlo's going to get whatever out of and then it didn't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess what are my other options? Bernardeschi. And who else is on there? Yeah. No, we'll go with Kulusevski. Yeah. Take it. Besides Rabiot, we basically have the same one. Yeah. But then I'm also leaving Danilo out. But
so you could have Danilo play right back, and you put Cuadrado as the right midfielder instead of Kulusevski.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I like that. Sorry,
I
was thinking it through my head. Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, let's do that one instead. Let's do that because I've liked what I've seen from Danilo. I was not a believer in Danilo at the beginning of last season at all, but he kind of stepped up his game and really kind of proved to me that he was a better player than I really had. I don't know why I'm putting probably way too much thought into this. And then of course, number 1 Ronaldo. Yeah. And then there's okay. All right, guys, let's see. What happened here?
I saw one guy commented like 4 times in a row. I think Anas did.
Okay, that's what it was. Well, I kind of gave my opinion on Kulusevski there anyway. So there you go. At least you have it now, man. Alejandro's getting a little power hungry over here. Just kidding. I'm kidding. CB. Okay, so Juve had 3 CBs that Chiellini, Bonucci, and De Ligt together.
So that's a 3-5-2 option, right? Yeah.
I forgot about and he also put down Murata play golf. I forgot about Murata as well. But
he could be a good bench player. It's good to have depth. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a good problem to have.
Definitely.
Ash Ketchum. What's going on, Ash?
What is up, man? Just do me a favor and involve your damn Pikachu. I don't care if he doesn't want that Thunderstone. Give it to him. Raichu's way cooler. I remember I was 9 years old. Was I 9 when that show was out? Anyway, but yeah. Yes. You threw me off on a tangent. But yeah, no, I agree with you, Homo Juve. I like that. Murata, I did forget about him. But I mean, of the players we have, I think I do like that younger kind of trio there. When you have, Dybala, Chiesa, and Kulusevski. Let's see what else we got, and then we'll wrap it up. Unless you really have another topic that you want to get to.
I don't have anything. There's nothing really pressing in the Mercato. It's just right now. It's just thinking of what Allegri's going to be doing. They're actually training on right now.
Yeah, I'm excited once we can actually see something from training. A preseason match, something like that. I'd love to sit down and talk about. I'll read through a few of these. How much is Icardi valued at? Do we have that pulled up?
Right now. I think it was 50 million, but I'll take another peek.
Yeah, and how many seasons? Yeah, how much was he under contract for? Was it 2 more years or was it 1 more? I can't remember. Check that out. It may be more.
40 million euros. That's what he's rated at, and his contract expires in 2024. So
2020. Okay,
3 years left.
3 more years. Okay. I think CR7's more talented, but Icardi would make Juve more of a team like Italy at Euro 2020 than CR7. Potentially. I mean, I think I do see, and definitely I am on the boat of that Ronaldo has not done a lot for the chemistry of the team. Whether Icardi may be better at doing that than this makes sense where I'm going. Like, I don't know. Also, I keep bringing his wife in the back of my mind. Keeps popping up. Like, this is going to ruin everything. So I keep having that kind of pop up in my head. But at the same time, I haven't seen. I don't dislike Ronaldo at all, but then there's sometimes I just don't see. I'd see more a frustration of what it would look like me playing out there. I'm not good at anything, but like me playing out there, and I just throw fits out there a lot. That's how I play. I'll do all the time. I let my emotions get to me, and I'll just be angry and kind of pout like whenever I'm not doing well, and I see that a lot sometimes.
Yeah. So Icardi could be good, but again, in some games against some of the big teams, he'll ghost, and that's when he's most dangerous. So at the same time, because he doesn't need many touches to be involved in the game, and he'll pop up with a goal. But if he's not helping you, like in the defensive phase as a striker, because he doesn't press well either. So if he doesn't help you in the defensive phase, I can see why people don't like him. But I would take him as a depth forward. Sure.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. And then we have, let's see, Andrew Finnan said, I think Max will prefer Cuadrado as a forward player and Danilo will play deeper. Yeah, and I like that. I like that as well. Are you seeing that? You have?
Oh yeah. So Danilo will be the right back, and then Cuadrado will be the right wing or right midfielder.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, either way, he's very good with the ball in on one-on-one situations. So even if he's at the right back, he'll still get at someone. He'll still beat the defender. It'll just be higher up the pitch. Right. So
sorry, I just saw my video glitching out, and I was like, "What's going on here?" It
came into mind, didn't it?
Yeah, it threw me off. I don't know what happened. Okay. Let's see. Chiesa's beast, but I like Kulusevski more than him. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know how you could watch last season, and I mean, I Italian players is me, so I'm always going to pick them first. But I don't know. I loved what I saw from Chiesa. Of course, if you're looking at Kulusevski at Parma, yeah,
Kulusevski's potential is very promising.
Yeah,
like he's not the fastest guy, but he's so nimble, he can wriggle out of any situation. His final product is not always there, but once it's there, you can see what he like in the Coppa Italia final. Nice curl back post, like you know it's there. You got to tap it out of him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then after that, that's Ash Ketchum. He said, "Why are you not collaborating with Just Juve?" It's not really It's not that we're not collaborating with him. He reached out and definitely we've talked back and forth a bit about potentially doing something in the future. Honestly, the reason we haven't done it yet is I want to make sure, and I'm kind of a perfectionist. I want to make sure things are up to snuff whenever we do things and when we start expanding things outward. That's why there's only like 3 of us that are doing this stuff together right now, because we want to have a close-knit team that really wants to develop and give you the best kind of product we can. And then when it comes to that, and Giuseppe and I talked, and I was there. I was actually a fan of his channel when it first started because my wife was pregnant at the time when everything shut down. And like when he first started doing it, I would pop in and watch it, talk with him back and forth. So Giuseppe, we had a conversation. We've known each other for a bit, but he offered to come on the channel. We would love to have him on. I think what we're doing is we want to make sure that he doesn't come on the channel that we have what happened Friday, where it just completely bleeps up. And it would be embarrassing. It would be whatever. I have a lot of respect for him. I want to make sure we can do it right and that we can execute it. Also, one of the things I wanted to do is kind of like we're trying to get this channel and build it up. We have Bianconerizone and everything we do, but it was kind of like a goal of myself and like to prove that we could do it before bringing somebody who's he is self-made and he built his channel up by himself. We want to make sure that we do it without. I want to get to at least 1,000 subscribers on our own before we have anybody else on. It's just kind of like it's a pick yourself up from your own. Yeah, exactly. So I don't want. Yeah, it's kind of just like proving to myself that we can do this before we start having people on to like help us, if that makes sense. But I would love to have Giuseppe on. Giuseppe to me is one of the best. Not only is he one of the best at doing what he does, but he's one of the best people when it comes to this. And I don't. It seems like I'm just, just cheering him, being his cheerleader or whatever right now. But like, he honestly is one of the nicest guys I've ever dealt with. Also, it doesn't hurt that like the work that I do, my day job, paying job, I deal with a lot of crappy people. So when you deal with somebody who's genuinely nice, it's just a joy to be around. So anyway, yes, we'd love to in the future. We will be working with him. I'll reach out with him, and we will do something in the future for sure, as long as we can keep our quality up. Sorry, I rambled on a bit, but just want to cover that because I've had multiple people say that before.
Yeah.
So you're doing a great job with this channel. Keep it up. Thank you, Del Juve Pietro. Let's see. At least that we need Locatelli and one more midfielder. I hope we can get Paredes and Loca. We have to sell Ramsey ASAP. Do you like London? Is it or no?
Leandro Paredes, the Argentine midfielder.
Yeah, I said London Paredes. He was a basketball player for Virginia. Ignore that. That's where I went. Sorry. Yes, Leandro.
He's not a massive upgrade, so don't even spend the money at this point. He is good at what he does, but we already have 2 of those guys. So at this point, it'd be just like he's a similar player to Bentancur and Rabiot, except he probably breaks play a bit. He breaks play up a bit more. But so we don't need so many of these players. We need something. We need an advanced midfield. We need something creative.
Definitely. And then I'll wrap these up and then we'll get out of here. But Nayef said, "Good evening. My time. I think I'm a bit late. I will rewatch later. We appreciate your support, Nayef. Definitely. Yep. So I'm glad they're on here. I do that a lot with a lot of lives where I just watch them on the rewatch. You're helping us either way, so I appreciate it. Home at Juve, Awar and Pogba. Yeah, if we could get them, yes. But it's just,
of course.
It's fortunately not that easy, but we can dream. As Ketchum said, that just kills me. Ask Ketchum. Deverell, Ramsey. They should be loaned or sold. Yeah. Again, would love to if it were that easy. Home at Juve. Okay, yeah. She said, "It's great." Yes. Yep, I understand. You both are doing great now. Hope you will get more followers. Thank you. I appreciate it. At this point, honestly, though, it's not really about all that. It's just we enjoy what we're doing because we're passionate Juventus fans, and we just love being able to do this and to talk to you guys. It's just the cool part right now is just, especially what I loved about this is right now where we are with the channel, it's a nice close, like when I say close knit, like the smaller group of people where I recognize all of you for the most part, messaging and all that. So it's cool and I enjoy it and I appreciate all of you for showing up. Then finally we've got Andrew saying when Archer returns, do you think he will fit as one of the double pivots in a 4-2-3-1? And I will let you give this response because I know you have strong feelings on Archer.
Absolutely, he will not fit in a 4-2-3-1. He's not good enough defensively, and he's like, I'm pretty. Did he say he was from Ireland?
I don't. He said he's Irish Italian.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if he's from Ireland.
Anyways, I was gonna say he's like a B-Tech because in England they have different ways of studying, and it's different to like how we study, like high school, university. So there's something called a B-Tech. So he's like a B-Tech Jorginho. He's a wannabe Jorginho. That's my opinion of him. He cannot play in a two-man midfield. He's not strong. He's not physical enough. That side that he stays on will get burned, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On the ball, of course, he's great, but he's not in a two-man midfield.
He's just too slow. Yeah. Overall, like every time I see him, he's too slow. No. He said he lives in New Jersey, not Ireland. So there we go. I think that'll do it for today's show. Though I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I want to say thank you to all you guys for checking it out. I appreciate it. Again, we're going to keep saying it. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. It helps for everything that we're doing. And, definitely we can provide you more in the future. I want to thank Julian for coming in today and all of you all for watching. But we'll be with you next time, and we'll check you out then. See you.